Is Charles Leclerc actually about to be better than Lewis Hamilton for the rest of the F1 season? So I just filmed the second episode of the Astrological Pit Stop where we talked about reflections for Lewis and Charles, my predictions of Lewis having a phoenix rise, which were very accurate, and also talking about the rest of the season. Now, there are two things that are going to take place. We have a Venus retrograde and a Mercury retrograde in Scorpio, and this is going to affect both Charles and Lewis. One thing I will say, though, is going to affect Lewis more because it's going to be on top of his natal Saturn in Scorpio. There are some nice things about this, which is that your wisdom and your veteran status as a 7-time world champion really come in. So when other people are doing well, you can say, actually, what you don't have is my wisdom, right? My sustainable advantage, my competitive advantage is that I have all this experience that you just don't have. And that really shows. But of course, when something like Mercury retrograde, which deals with, especially in Scorpio, the finer details, engineering on top of Saturn, a lot of restriction. Now, the fact that this is happening for both Charles and Lewis is not a mistake because, of course, they're both in Ferrari. So this could be a manufacturing problem. Remember what Scorpio is ruled by? Mars, which deals with mechanical parts. So when there's issues there, it's not necessarily the best thing. Now, for Charles, he actually looks to be having a much better October and November. He has Jupiter conjunct his midheaven and a host of other things that I quite like. I do think September, August time, he's going to be quite aggressive, maybe a bit too aggressive again. He's had a very mixed year. He's in that 10 Wheel of Fortune energy, which is that if you keep creating the loop, you're not going to change, right? So we need him to jump out of that loop, and it does feel very fated, very sort of spin the wheel, see what look you get, right? And the only chart of light from this year was Silverstone, and that's actually when he won. Another thing is really that for Charles, he looks to do quite well around Malaysia and Singapore. So he could even win Singapore, but we'll see, closer to the time. I need to probably look at the chart, but I think he's going to have a lot more harmony October, November than Lewis. Do I think he's going to win? No. Do I think he's going to overtake Lewis? No. But I don't see him having a problem where his driving skills are being called into question like we've had recently, where people are making videos being like, Charles on fraud watch, right? So I think that's quite evident. I think his Wheel of Fortune is actually more aligned to relationships because he got married and Alexandra Leclerc is pregnant, and I know they haven't announced it, but she's quite clearly pregnant. Like, I have eyes, she's pregnant, and congrats, it's amazing, right? North Node in the 4th house, yeah. And also Lewis has been posting pictures with Kim and the kids. He's the stepdad now. Like, they both have the same energy.